Hello, welcome to your channel Wellness at My Age. I'm glad to have you here. On this channel, we talk about health, longevity, and simple natural habits that help you maintain physical, mental, and emotional balance. Today I want to share something truly special that can transform your daily well-being. Today on Wellness at My Age, you will discover how to strengthen your muscles with one natural ingredient added to your daily drinks. Have you ever felt that no matter how well you eat, your muscles seem to fade as the years go by? That feeling that your strength slowly slips away like sand through your fingers? Many people think it's just imagination, but it's not. I am Dr. Gabriel Mina, and what you're feeling has a name: sarcopenia. It's a silent and very common process in people over 60. It's not just about losing strength to carry groceries or play with your grandchildren. It's a path that leads to falls, frailty, and eventually the loss of independence. It's a hard reality, but one we can face. For decades I have seen many patients look for quick fixes: more meat, more fish, more protein, but the truth is that the solution is often much simpler. An ingredient almost everyone has at home, but that is often used without taking advantage of its true potential. I remember Alfredo, a 67-year-old patient. He came to my office frustrated because he could no longer lift his grandson like he used to. His previous doctor told him it was normal for his age. I suggested a small adjustment in his morning routine, a change so simple he doubted it would work. 3 months later, he came back excited. Not only was he lifting his grandson again, he was playing with him at the park. His expression said more than words. In the next few minutes, I want to share that ingredient with you, along with 3 more that can help reactivate the strength you thought you had lost. I'll teach you how to use them correctly, safely, and consistently. Stay until the end, because the 4th ingredient is essential. It strengthens both your muscles and your heart. Before we continue, tell me something simple in the comments. Have you ever felt identified with what I just described? Reading your yes helps me understand what you're going through, and it lets others know they aren't alone. Now that we understand the problem, let's explore the solutions. The first ingredient is chia seed flour. Many people see chia as a trendy ingredient for smoothies, but in reality it's a powerful tool for anyone over 60. The ancient Aztec warriors used it for long-lasting energy, and that was no coincidence. What makes chia so special is its combination of omega-3 and magnesium, 2 essential allies for the aging body. Think of omega-3 as the oil that reduces inflammation and helps repair your muscle fibers. That morning stiffness, that soreness after walking more than usual, that's inflammation. And chia works like an internal firefighter. Magnesium is the mineral of relaxation. It reduces nighttime cramps, those sharp pains in your calves that wake you up suddenly. If that happens often, your body is asking for magnesium. As we age, digestion becomes slower. The fiber in chia helps regulate blood sugar, preventing spikes that also cause inflammation and muscle damage. That means chia protects your strength in 2 ways. It lowers inflammation and stabilizes blood sugar. If climbing stairs exhausts you, if getting up from a low chair is hard, or if your legs feel weaker than before, this simple ingredient can make a real difference. And before we continue, if this content is helping you, I invite you to subscribe, share this video with someone who needs it, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Let's continue. Many people believe muscle pain, stiffness, or fatigue are simply signs of aging, but in reality they're clear signals that your muscles are lacking essential nutrients. Science confirms it. Studies from the Spanish Society of Community Nutrition show that proper intake of omega-3 and magnesium can reduce age-related muscle loss by up to 25%. A quarter less. That means more autonomy, better balance, and greater safety every day. I remember Carmen, a 72-year-old patient. Her nighttime cramps were so intense that she woke up several times a night. She didn't want to rely on medication, so I suggested something simple: 2 tablespoons of chia in her morning yogurt. 1 month later she called sounding completely different. "Dr. Mina, I've gone 2 weeks without a single cramp." That's what happens when the body receives what it truly needs. Of course, you can get these nutrients from fish or leafy greens, but chia has a huge advantage. It's affordable, plant-based, easy to use, and needs no preparation. The ideal dose is 20 to 30 grams per day, about 2 tablespoons. You can soak it, mix it with yogurt or plant-based milk, or sprinkle it on salads. And if you grind it right before using it, omega-3 absorbs even better. These small changes build a solid muscle foundation over time. If you start tomorrow, you'll soon understand why so many people feel the difference. And if you want to make a personal commitment, write the word strength in the comments. Now let's move to the second ingredient, ground flaxseed. You may already have it at home, but there's an important detail. The shell is so hard that if you eat it whole, your body cannot break it down. It goes in and out without doing anything. That's why it must always be consumed ground. Flaxseed contains even more omega-3 than chia, making it a powerful anti-inflammatory for muscles and joints. But it also contains special compounds called lignans. I like to describe them as your cell's guardians. They are antioxidants that fight the damage that accelerates aging, the same damage that causes stiffness, slowness, and joint weakness. Over time, the body's defenses weaken, like a house whose walls have worn down after many storms. Lignans reinforce those walls from the inside. It's a type of cellular protection that few foods offer at this level. Studies supported by the Spanish Society of Endocrinology show that regular flax consumption can reduce muscle weakness by up to 20%. That 20% can be the difference between bending down without pain or needing help for simple tasks. I think of Manuel, a 75-year-old retired carpenter. Arthritis in his hands took away his passion for woodworking. He could barely hold a cup. I recommended adding 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed to his morning oatmeal. 6 months later, he approached me at the market. He proudly showed me his hands and told me he had returned to his workshop, making wooden toys for his grandchildren. He said, "Doctor, this gave me back part of my life." Flaxseed must be consumed ground, always. The dose is the same as chia, 20 to 30 grams a day. Buy whole seeds and grind them at home once a week. Store them in an airtight dark jar in the fridge to keep the omega-3 from oxidizing. One patient, Arturo, 69, told me he had been taking flaxseed for months but felt no relief. When I reviewed his diet, I realized he was eating it whole. Once he prepared it correctly, for weeks later his inflammation had decreased noticeably. Sometimes the difference is in the details. Now let's talk about the third ingredient, cinnamon. Everyone has cinnamon at home, but most people use it only for desserts. Few know it's one of the most powerful natural activators of metabolism and circulation. Its strength comes from cinnamaldehyde, a compound that opens your irrigation channels, your blood vessels, helping blood flow more freely and delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. As we age, circulation slows down. That's where cold hands, slow recovery, and excessive fatigue come from. Cinnamon counteracts this decline naturally and gently. It also stabilizes glucose, reducing inflammation, one of the main enemies of muscle health. I remember Isabel, 78, who always felt cold and tired. Her glucose levels were high. I asked her to add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to her morning coffee, along with other adjustments. 2 months later, her energy had improved and she no longer needed a sweater indoors. You don't need a lot. 2 to 4 grams a day is enough. Sprinkle it on fruit, mix it into yogurt, add it to oatmeal, or stir it into your morning coffee. Think of it as natural medicine hidden in plain sight. Now we arrive at one of the most surprising and pleasant ingredients, pure cacao powder. And no, I'm not talking about sugary chocolate. I'm talking about real, pure cacao powder. No milk, no sugar. Cacao is a silent protector of the heart, and therefore of your muscles. Its power comes from flavonoids and magnesium. Flavonoids keep your arteries flexible and increase nitric oxide production, which improves blood flow. Magnesium prevents cramps, tension, and stiffness. As we age, the cardiovascular system loses flexibility and muscles get tense due to magnesium deficiency. Pure cacao helps both issues at once. That's why it improves stiffness, reduces fatigue, and supports heart health. Science backs this up. The Spanish Society of Cardiology shows that cacao flavonoids support vascular health, lower blood pressure, and reduce cardiovascular risk. A healthy heart is the engine that fuels your strength. I remember Antonio, an 82-year-old retired teacher. He struggled with high blood pressure and constant cramps. He didn't want more medication. I suggested replacing his sugary chocolate drink with pure cacao and almond milk. 3 months later, his cardiologist was impressed with his blood pressure stability, and Antonio told me his cramps had nearly disappeared. Use pure, unsweetened cacao powder. 1 to 2 teaspoons a day is enough. Mix it with hot water or plant-based milk. Dairy fats can interfere with flavonoid absorption. If you understood this vital connection between cacao, your heart, and your strength, write the word life in the comments. Before finishing, I want to remind you of Jose, that grandfather who couldn't lift his granddaughter. Today he plays soccer with her at the park. He didn't achieve that with a pill, but with knowledge and consistency. Your kitchen, when used wisely, can be a powerful natural toolkit. Today's message is simple but powerful. You don't have to accept weakness, pain, or fatigue as something inevitable with aging. Nature gives you simple, affordable, effective tools. What matters is your decision to use them. Now I want to ask you something important. Tell me in the comments what commitment you will make this week to take care of your health. One small action can change your path. Write it down. Making it public makes it real. And if this content brought you clarity, hope, or motivation, support this channel with a like. Subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss the daily videos I share with you, always with the intention of helping you care for your health naturally. Share this video with someone who needs it. You never know how much a small gesture can impact someone else's life. Thank you for being here. May God bless you with health, wisdom, and gratitude for the life you have today. Let us give thanks for the opportunity to learn and improve our well-being each day. Take good care of yourself. And remember, tomorrow there will be a new video, and I want you to be there with me.